Hey, welcome back. So, last episode we talked about kicking off with welding up the rear carrier to the frame. So let's get on with it.
So we have to make sure that when we weld this, that this section here is off-center enough. Now, unfortunately what that does though, that means that our engine's also going to have to be off-center as we move further up here. So if we come down to our engine here, this is also further over off the center of the engine. So we're going to have to be really careful about this and line this up perfectly. Otherwise we're just going to be throwing chains, and well, with my thigh near the chain, I'm not too keen on that one. Okay, good. Eyes. Eyes. Okay, so you can see here how it's off-center. That's to match the carrier position. So now we're going to have to, that side there has come up a bit short because of the amount of bend. So we're going to have to cut this side short here, and then we're going to have to cut these off as well. Slightly radius those corners there, and then we'll be able to weld this into place. So the old measure twice, cut once scenario has come back to bite me in the backside. I've had to really give this a good bash to make it fit. So, but yeah,
What I was talking about before was the weld here, but I think that actually welding here, that this will take this I don't know what you call it really, a bracket will take the load around this quite well, and I won't need to bring something over here. But let's weld this up and then we'll get started on the front. Okay, so here's the disc. We can see that we've got a little bit of clearance there. It's enough, I think. It's not going anywhere, so once the caliper's on, that's pretty neat, but we can see how off-center that is. Don't mind the welds, please. And then we sort of, as we line up there, we can see that it's pretty central. It's not too bad, you know, with from the sprocket to sprocket. And it's nice and clear here as well, so we've got a bit of room there to move and fit tensioners and stuff. But I guess the worry now is that that's roughly where we're going to be sitting. So let's pop something on there. So we got this cool marine seat here for just $10. And I thought that'd be kind of interesting, especially when you look at the bottom of it, how it fits up quite nicely. And it does sit up a little bit higher than we need. So if you have a look at the bottom, it's actually really quite square. It's going to be quite easy to bolt to everything. So now when we put it on though, the issue is that, yeah, now we've got to get this chain under and around the seat. So are we looking at a jack shaft to sort of get it? I'm wondering if we need to get it down so it then comes under the seat, or just how low we have to go to make this work. Definitely something to think about anyway. The other option of course is a motorcycle seat. So Haydo might want to get one of those, and we'll pop it on now. And here's the other seat that we've got, which is sort of like off a mini quad, again left over from all the quad parts we've got. It does look cool, but I just don't know how supportive it's going to be, and again we're going to need a jack shaft of some sorts to get around that one as well. So yeah, big decisions. That's pretty much going to be it for today. While we work out how to mount this engine next, and then we will cut this to length and fit the front axle, and work out what to do for a fuel tank, because I think the fuel tank is going to be quite a tough one to think about, considering how high the carby is, and obviously these carbies are not designed to be force fed with a fuel pump, so we need to get a gravity feed to it somehow. Whether we have a small reservoir up top and tank from below, I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, something to think about anyway.
So that's pretty much it from us. We'll see you next episode.